Have some fun today at Kids Around Dogs. We're gonna make it okay.
Hello, this is Debbie Lacken from Kids Around Dogs. What is it that Shakespeare said? To muzzle or not to muzzle? This is the question. Not sure he said that actually. Let's talk about what a muzzle is for, because I think that a lot of the time there is a bit of a misconception of what muzzles are exactly for. Yes, a lot of the time muzzles are for dogs that have reactivity problems, and so for the safety of others and ultimately themselves as well, a muzzles is important, is necessary. So fair enough. Sometimes people use muzzles as well to prevent their dogs from picking up rubbish from the floor, for example. Don't completely agree with it, because very often people start with that as a management, and 6 years later they're still not trained the dog not to pick up stuff. But there you go. Sometimes it's the law, requirement of the law, that there are some breeds out there that have to wear muzzles in public and even in their own home. If you say that a dog has an operation, for example, and they can't chew on their paw or something, or other part of their bodies, some humans might decide to use a muzzle to prevent the dog from causing problems to where they had their operations or their injury. Sometimes the vet wants the dog to wear a muzzle just in case, when the vet is dealing with the dog and the dog is awake and say lively, the muzzle can prevent something from happening. And while those are all valid reasons to use muzzles, we need to make sure that the dog is happy while wearing a muzzle. And the first thing to consider, of course, is the comfort of the muzzle. So when the Muzzle Movement sent us this, I was quite impressed. Not only it has a good shape, it's important to make sure that you wear it right as well, because I have seen people wearing it this way. And to be fair, the first thing when you first take out the box, you go, oh, where does what do I do? So here you have this little shape thing that goes where the nose effectively of the dog is, so to be wearing it like that. You have a little a kind of extra bit to not only for comfort, to keep it in place as well. If you remove it, you have an extra space. I'm not going to use it, but you can have an extra space. And with the box, I did get the extra bit where I can attach this part of my dog's head to the back as well. So it's double secure that there. On a logistical level, here you have nails in a way, don't they? With just a knife, you can just unscrew this part here, and then you can move it about for the perfect size for your dog. I must say though, the instructions on the website were very clear as to how I should be measuring my dog, and this is really the perfect size for Winnie. I played around with it because before reviewing, I wanted to make sure that I knew what to do, and I could advise as well for the best for my clients too. So I did play around with it, and when moving it anti-clockwise, the thing after a while, the thing unscrewed, so it wasn't even super easy to unscrew, so it's quite a sturdy thing. And then going clockwise, I screw it back on, and it's really good. And then you have a little clasp to just undo the actual muzzle in itself. The noise is not very loud, so it shouldn't freak out the dogs in any way. But if it does, make sure that you want to desensitize the dog to this noise as well. So just clip and unclip, feeding your dogs lots of lovely treats as you go, or have while you're playing, for example. You can do that while you're having a cuddle. Just have the muzzle there and play with this noise. This can be ideal as well to play with when there are kids with noise sensitivity issues. You can help them as well to not being annoyed by this noise. The other nice thing as well is that when the dog is wearing the muzzle, there's a lot of lovely space for that nose to sniff things, and there's also space to feed the dog. One thing to be mindful of when wearing a muzzle and you have children about, please make sure the children know that because the dog is wearing a muzzle, it doesn't mean they can tease the dog. It's not that. It's not fair on the dog. So when the dog is wearing a muzzle, they should still behave nicely and all the good things you'll be teaching your children. This is not a way to teach the dogs in a safe way for the humans, because that's not fair on the dog. One more thing I really, really want to say, it's about the colors those things come in, because this color was chosen by Molly, my daughter, on the website. And if you look on the website, there are so many beautiful colors, some bright, some bit more like minimalist kind of thing, lots of beautiful, beautiful colors. And I think that makes a huge difference when you have kids in the house. Get them to pick the colors of the muzzles. It's great fun really for them, and it's a way to get them involved in something relatively simple, if you like, but colors can make a huge difference in a kid's choice and involvement in this. When training the dog for the muzzle, make sure that you, grown up, start on this yourself. So maybe when the kids are at school, preschool, childcare, at a friend's house, wherever they are, take that opportunity to do some muzzle training. My advice on muzzle training is to start with a chin rest, and you can find my tutorial on this on our YouTube channel. Helps as well with doing the touch on hand to mouth. Again, you can find that tutorial on our YouTube channel. And the scoot, where you put your hands like this and the dog comes in. All those things can really help to start off the muzzle training so that the dog kind of already know half of it in a way. The other thing as well to be extremely mindful of is that we don't want to put the muzzle on the dog. That's not it. It's the dog that puts himself or herself into the muzzle. And that's a big difference. If I push this, I am forcing my will into the dog. But if the dog comes in, it's the dog that chooses to be here. And while the dog is here, then lots of rewards, lots of feeds, lots of loveness. Loveness, is that a word? Probably not. And then you lock it at the back of the head there. Make sure the size is right as well. Again, if you're doing your training and you started doing this and you realize, oh my gosh, it's a bit too small, you don't have to do it there and then. Carry on with that part of the training. Oh, well done, well done. Go and take the screw off, move it around as needed, too small, too big, whatever, and then go back into the training again. Don't try to force it with the dog in there, because you can kind of feel it. But you can do it with one hand. You can kind of feel it if it's going to be too tight or too big or too loose. So be mindful of that. The muzzle movement sent me and 4 other KAD professionals a muzzle to try and to review. So this is what we did.
In the park with tails all wagging fast, kids around dogs makes the moments last. For the park and over hills so fine, smiles and paws in perfect harmony shine. Come on, let's join the family, have some fun today. At Kids Around Dogs, we're gonna make it okay. Building bonds that last throughout the years, friends forever, banishing all fears. Playgrounds ringing with their playful cheer. Kids Around Dogs bringing...
Hi, I'm Nikki French of Pup Talk, and I'm very happy to be a Kids Around Dogs approved trainer, and today I'm reviewing the Muzzle Movement muzzles. I think everything about the muzzle is really well put together. The finish of it is great, the colour is gorgeous. I think it's super stylish, and it also is incredibly robust. You might think it's a bit pricey compared to a sort of more standard Baskerville style muzzle, but it's a completely different league of muzzle. So this is the Tolly for Bodie, which is about £48, and this is the Baskerville size 9, and this is £18, but completely different. Measuring Bodie wasn't that straightforward because he's quite a hand-shy dog that's suspicious of anything new, like a tape measure or a ruler. But the measuring guide was very clear, and with some games that we've practiced, we got reasonably accurate measurements, but the information from Muzzle Movement was brilliant. I found the customer service to be really good. I emailed the Muzzle Movement with a video to ask about the fit before I made any adjustments to it, as I knew that they couldn't change them if I had then ordered the wrong size, if I'd obviously altered it. I did wonder if the muzzle was a bit long for Bodhi, but I couldn't actually go down a smaller size as the cheeks wouldn't really have stretched far enough for him, and the pant room couldn't be reduced. But I got brilliant information from Annie. She emailed me back straight away with my questions. She sent me specific photos of the two different sizes of muzzle side by side, and that was really helpful for me. I think this is the easiest to wear muzzle that I've ever seen. We've played a lot of cone game and other confidence building games. Bodhi's more than happy to pop his nose into something as part of our games, and we'll continue to build up that duration with the new muzzle. For the first time, I have a muzzle that I'd be comfortable with Bodhi wearing for longer if he needed it. So far, I've only used muzzles for training videos for clients, but our previous muzzle wasn't a good shape and it's not comfortable enough for him to wear in a real scenario. I just love the colour. It's probably my favourite thing about it. Yes, red is my favourite colour. I knew they did all the lovely pastel colours, but I didn't know they did some really cool red colours as well. It looks great against Bodhi's black fur. So thank you, Muzzle Movement, for sending us one of these. Super happy, and yeah, very happy to be reviewing it.
Sunny skies or chilly rainy day, friendships bloom like flowers in spring.
Good. So we've got our stretched and boiled muzzle movement. We have probably put about a centimetre and a half to 2 centimetres into the cheek area. So we now have a much better fit, don't we? Get it.
Come on, let's join the family. Have some fun today. Add kids around dogs.
Yes,
we're
good,
gonna
innit?
make
Keep
it
it fun.
okay. Building bonds that last throughout the years.
Yes,
Friends
good.
forever, banishing all fears.
Good.
Through the seasons, weather come what may.
Yes, good.
Sunny
This is the review from Virginia Iacoviello.
The website is super friendly, and you find a series of explanations, both in writing with diagrams and videos, on how to measure the muzzle for your dog. We saw the video with my 12-year-old son, and he was able to understand them perfectly and take the measurements with people, with my supervision, of course. You have the option to choose the color combination of the basket and the straps. This part of the process is ideal to do with your kids due to the variety of possible combinations. There are many photos of real dogs with their chosen combination, so you can see them if you can't imagine how they would look. And it's very fun to be able to do it with your kids. The muzzles arrived from the UK to my house doorsteps in Argentina, at the very south of the South American continent, without any problems. Nina is muzzle trained and super used to wearing it on walks. For Nina, the recommended model was the Taz. They added a chin strap, which gives the muzzle better adjustment. It looks strong and durable. It's super lightweight, and Nina finds it very comfortable to wear. It has a lot of pant room, even enough to pant full mouth open while running with the muzzle on. I am very happy to have offered our help to KAD to test these muzzles, which have our complete approval.
in the world, hearts are growing strong.
Ebony is my spaniel. We've got this size, the Rex, and it fits really well. Like, she can wear it. She can still open her mouth and pant, and she can take treats through it as well. Good girl. It's a really good fit, and it's a really well made, clearly really well made. And yeah, we used the training guide to train her to wear it. Good girl. And we used Primula cheese, and we would squirt Primula cheese through there, and then she learned how to wear it. And she's really good, aren't you? Good girl. Good girl.
Sunny skies or chilly rainy day,
Muzzle! Good
friendships
job.
bloom like flowers in the spring.
Muzzle! Good
Kids
girl.
around dogs, the joy they always
Muzzle!
bring.
Good girl. We need muzzle. Nice.
Come on, let's join the family. Have some fun today. Add kids around dogs, we're gonna make it okay. Building bonds that last throughout the years.
I am very, very happy to say that the muzzles from the Muzzle Movement are KAD approved.
Through the seasons, weather come what may, sunny skies or chilly rainy day.